Hi, I'm Rich Bowman. Today we're going to talk about my tactical blueprint for continuously improving NPS, Net Promoter Scores, or customer satisfaction. Over the course of my career, I've worked at the companies that are scrolling along the bottom of the picture, and I've developed a methodology that drives customer satisfaction, or NPS, up and to the right. And the methodology is fairly simple, but it's some extremely heavy lifting cross-functionally. And I'd be happy to send you a copy of this cookbook or recipe, if you will, that drives customer satisfaction up and to the right. Just send me an email, be happy to send it to you. So briefly, how it works is, let's say we have a corporate goal in 2015 of improving customer satisfaction or NPS scores by some percentage or point increase. My methodology helps you define that vision, really define the vision, turn it into a strategy, and then a set of timeline and tactics that drive an operating model that continuously drives customer satisfaction. Very briefly, this is how you do it. So up and to the left, the idea file. You need to get your purpose. The idea behind driving NPS up and to the right. What is the purpose of it? Defining what NPS means to the company, how it impacts revenue, etc. Hugely important. And gaining executive consensus in this is absolutely key, because you're going to need those executives for the cross-functional effort that this actually derives in the end. And once you have the idea pretty squared around, then it's time to get the approvals and move on to the next steps of assembling NPS teams. Highly critical in this step is getting the right functional team members identified across all the functional teams: marketing, sales, professional services, support, account management, product management. Then building advisory teams that will help approve you to go to the next steps across the process. And then if you take a look at the I Love Data component, this is another absolutely key fundamental step, is to understand what truly drives NPS in your world. Not the conventional wisdom, not the ideas that the product team or the support team or executives who are new or mature in their role have, but the actual data that confirms what drives and influences NPS in a positive and negative way. Then the heavy lifting begins. Assemble your cross-functional team. And this cross-functional team is going to do a heavy lift in that it's going to do the following. The cross-functional team will first take a look at the customer journey from the standpoint of the sales process, the deployment process, design, develop, deploy the product, and the support and account management process. It will look at the idea of increasing NPS across that entire customer journey. And then the heavy lift is when we bring in the cross-functional teams to map their processes, their metrics, their touch points of the customer, their deliverables to customers, their internal functional team interlock, and all those things that can impact NPS or customer satisfaction. Assuring that you have a very clear view of what drives customer satisfaction, and then what are the processes, people, procedures, and teams and functional journey touch points for the customer, will then surface the next most important thing. It will surface the top 3 NPS influencers, sort of the low-hanging fruit and high-hanging fruit, and it will give you the ability to establish a pecking order, if you will, of what are the top 3 influencers, and develop projects to kick off and drive like bats out of hell to improve customer satisfaction. Once you've achieved your goal of finishing the 3 top influencer projects, it's time for a customer survey and to go on the mountaintop and scream the goodness of what you've done, so customers will pay attention to how you've changed their experience. Then set your next goal and start moving yourself into a continuous improvement plan. Thanks for listening, and if you want a copy of this blueprint for continuously improving customer sat and NPS scores, shoot me an email and I'd be very happy to send it to you. Good luck, happy hunting, and knock 'em dead. It's a foolproof plan, and I've used it in these 5 companies below.